Okay, this video is about how to classify the conic equation. You're going to be given equations and be able to determine is it a circle, a parabola, an ellipse, or a hyperbola without completing the square, without doing all these weird things. You can just look at it and know. So here's the rules that you will need to know. You will need to memorize this, guys. It's not that hard. So know the rules. Now here's your basic equation. They're going to give you a bunch of terms. All right. What really matters is what the x squared term is and what the y squared term is. The coefficient of that x squared term is what we're calling a. The coefficient of the y squared term is what we're calling c. Doesn't matter where in the equation they fall, but you're looking for x squared and the y squared, a times c, a plus c. Those are the values you care about, the a and the c. Now, if a equals c, it's a circle. If a times c is 0, then it's a parabola. If a times c is greater than 0, it's an ellipse. If a times c is less than 0, it's a hyperbola. All right? So write these down and let's use them as we go to the next problems. So you're going to classify these. All right, look at this. 4x squared minus 9x plus y minus 5. All right. Okay, so let's classify these. Look at this first one. 4x squared minus 9x plus y squared minus 5. So first thing you want to do is identify what is a. Well, a is whatever x squared, the coefficient of x squared. So this is a 4. C is a 1. So 4 times 1, 4 is not equal to 1, obviously, so it can't be a circle. And 4 times 1 is obviously 4. That's not 0, so it can't be a parabola. 4 times 1 is 4, which is greater than 0, which means it is an ellipse. Yes, I want you to write these out and spell them correctly. That is required. All right. Number 2, look at this one. X squared term, so a is 4. Y squared, uh-oh, there's no y squared. So c then is a 0. Okay, so 4 times 0 is 0. So what is the 0 one? Well, if they equal 0 when you multiply, then it's a parabola. Now this one, A, C, 2 and 4. Obviously they're not equal, so it's not a circle. All right, 4 times C, I'm sorry, A times C is not equal to 0. It is equal to 8. That is greater than 0, so this is an ellipse. And let's try this one. X squared is 0. So number 4 here, what I want you to notice is that it's not equal to 0. So I need to move this to the left to make it equal 0 before I start judging things, okay? So when I do that, I get 2x squared minus 2y squared. I'm just going to move it to the front of the line because it's really all I care about. Everything else stays the same. What you notice is that a is 2, c is negative 2. All right, obviously they're not equal, so it's not a circle. When you multiply them together, they don't equal 0. So it's not a parabola. A times c will give you a negative 4, right? That's not greater than 0. That is less than 0, which means, according to our patterns, that this is a hyperbola. Again, I want you to learn how to spell these words, and I want you to write them out. That is a requirement. Do not be lazy. Do a good job. Okay, that's all there is to this lesson, so I'm not worried about you needing to practice at home, but we will talk about it in class tomorrow. So make sure you come prepared with your notes done. Thanks.